Détente was a word we heard a lot in the 1970s. It means the relaxing of strained relations by verbal communication. And in 1977, my sister Lily was managing a savings and loan in Berkeley, and one of her customers, Mr. Hobart, was quadriplegic, and he could only control his motorized wheelchair through a head pointer. Now, despite his challenges, he was fiercely independent, and this was back before handicapped parking spaces or curb cuts, so Mr. Hobart had his work cut out for him getting around. But he was determined. And if he couldn't go around something or over it, he was going to go through it. So he had this habit of entering Lily's savings and loan by getting up a good head of steam and banging the front door open, which made a terrifying noise in a bank. So the tellers were kind of lukewarm about Mr. Hobart. So Lily would keep an eye out for him and rush to open the door before he could breach it like a SWAT team. But he didn't want courtesy. He wanted systematic change. So he started coming from the other direction so she couldn't see him. And in response, she built this little coffee station with lemon cookies on it for the old retired customers. And it had this big mirror where the old gals could check their lipstick, but really it was so Lily could see Hobart coming from either direction. But he caught her looking at him in the mirror and figured it out and said, "Okay, you want to play? Let's play." And he got a couple of UC Berkeley robotics guys to basically supercharge his chair. And one day he comes rocketing up the block with a new battery and a clear path. Lily hears this high-pitched whine, and she looks up and she sees this old gal with a napkin filled with lemon cookies heading for the door. So she busts a move to save her, thinking she's going to get killed. And she yells to one of the tellers to cut her off, but the old gal thinks she's being arrested for stealing cookies. So she starts backing up like a cornered felon. And Mr. Hobart can't see her, so one of Lily's tellers, who was in a wheelchair himself, manages to get his chair in front of the door just as Mr. Hobart hits the threshold. And all Lily can do is brace herself in front of the old gal like she's throwing herself on a grenade. And what happened next was like something out of a NASCAR wreck. And the only thing standing afterwards was the old gal, who surveys the carnage and says, "If you wanted the cookies back, you just had to ask." And after that, Lily and Mr. Hobart would share coffee and lemon cookies on Fridays at 10, when the door always happened to be open. Détente.